Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder, and I'm with Tedder Stamping. Thank you so much for being here. I'm hoping that I'm a little high on my camera today, but I thank you for stopping by. And for those that come every week, I really appreciate you. And if you're new, I hope you check out my other videos that I have hundreds out there that have all kinds of techniques, fancy folds, all kinds of things that you can learn. So I'm hoping that you'll watch that. And I'm going to go ahead and flip you down. But first, I just want to say if by any chance, like the last time I did a live, it unplugs, just go back to my channel and look for the next live video. All right. Thank you. Let's get going. Sorry about it being so shaky. All right. Here we go. And hopefully it's going to be straight-ish. Straight-ish. Hold on. Whoops. Okay. Yikes. Oh, sorry. All right. Now we're ready. I'm going to move over so I don't accidentally not show you the middle because I got to make sure I'm in the middle. All right. Are you ready? All right. The first card we're going to make is the one with the Northern Lights. And that uses Night of Navy. Let me get all my stuff out. There we go. All right, so it uses Night of Navy, and all of the measurements and instructions are on my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you get all of my PDFs that I do live or recorded here on YouTube. I make those into PDFs and I send them to everybody on my newsletter every time. All right, so we are going to score it, and I've already done some of this so you can see, but score it at 4 1/4 and then 8 1/2. And then we have this little piece here that I'm going to make into a bookmark. But first I went ahead and this is from, let me make sure I tell you the right thing, the Something Fancy dies. And you just put it on here. You got to be very careful because the Big Shot, or not the Big Shot, I'm so sorry, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine only has it wide enough so far. So you have to really kind of squish it over and then only put your plate to like right here, or just have it go over to right here and then stop and then back it up. So then that way it doesn't, it would look silly if we had just this little thing here. I wanted the topper, and I don't have the brand new punch that gives me the topper, which would have been much easier. So once you throw that or put that on, I'm going to go ahead and trim this just so that it is off and it's not distracting, and go up here. Now I did have to send it in twice, and that's why I have this little piece here. So we're going to trim that off too. All right. Then you're going to also get your white piece, and that's going to go right here also. And you're just also going to do the top, just like I showed you. All right. So then we are going to bring in this really new tool. It's a rotary perforated tool, and this comes up and it makes it so you can't get cut. But you slide this down and then it will make a serrated edge, not serrated, perforated edge, to where we can tear it off and have a bookmark. So now I just got to see where I put my cutting pad because I need that. It was right here, of course. Let me grab another one. Hold on one second. Okay, this is an old one from Stampin' Up. I'm just using it. I'm going to line it up here so that the line is good. And with my ruler, I'm going to place it right along my score line. And when you have this, if you're right-handed, have the screw right here. I think that's a screw on the left side, closest to the ruler. So if you're right or left-handed, you'd still have it closest to the ruler. All right, so you're just going to start at the bottom, hold this pretty tight, and just go up. And if you can see, I'm hoping that you can, it's now ready to be torn. Yay! Okay. I wanted to get that out of the way first, and we're going to go ahead and put this aside. You have two of the same white sides of, or sizes of the white, and two of Highland Heather. So we're just going to take one of the whites, and let me tell you the stamp sets we're using today is the Sweet and Precious. Now, if you go out on my blog, there's a really cute story on about sloths. It's really funny, and it's something that happened with my family that made us all love sloths and buy presents with a sloth. It's just a big funny story. So hopefully you'll go out and listen or read it. And giraffes are one of my favorite wild animals, so that's why I had to get this. All right. So I'm going to bring in my paper here, and we're going to have 3 inks. It's going to be Night of Navy because that's the color of the cardstock I started with. Hey guys, hey Mary, sorry. Hi Lola, Joy. You guys are so nice to come. Hindi, love you guys that you're here. Sorry, I got so into it I forgot to look. All right, so we're going to start off with Old Olive. And I am going to get it inked up, take some off because you don't want the blotchies, and then just make some circles. They don't have to be exact circles, but you just want it to be pretty dark. And then I just got some more ink. And you're just going to fill in some areas with the green. All right. Then we're going to come in with Highland Heather. And this is how I make the Northern Lights. All right, so you just get it wet and then you, or get the brush good, and then you just come in and color. I think I need to add some ink to this, but this is all gonna be okay when we're done. Just have to go over it a couple times so that it's darker. And I'll do a little bit in this corner. Not a lot. Okay, now, Night of Navy. All right. Now I know this is wet because I just inked that the other day. All right, so you're just going to come in and go between your colors. And you really want this to be dark. I mean, it looks pretty if you don't. It looks kind of like tie-dye or whatever. But you want it to look like a night sky, so we're just going to go over the whole thing. And if we have to come in again to refresh some of the lighter colors, we will. Now this is a little dirty, as you can tell, just from holding on to this. I'm getting messy, but what's a day stamping if you don't get it messy a little bit, right? Still want to get this green toned down just a little. I went a little crazy on the green. All right. I think I'm going to come in with the light purple, or with the Highland Heather, just to highlight the purple a little bit more. Yep. For a second there, I thought I grabbed the wrong brush. Okay. So now we have that done. Oh, and I forgot. We are going to do it onto this too, but first I am going to stamp. My hands are so dirty. The penguins, and we're going to do that in Memento here at the bottom. Now at class the other night, we just skipped this part, did the whole thing, and then they just die cut it and put it back on there. But I want to have it right here because then it's easier for me because I can't die cut on camera. All right, I'm just rocking it a little bit. I never do that usually, but you have that. Aren't they cute? Okay, now I'm going to bring in a mask that I made to cover them up so that when I go over this, that it is not going to mess it up. I'm going to hold this baby up just a minute. He wants to kind of lay there. Come on, you can do this. All right, there we go. Make sure he's on there really well. And then we're going to go ahead and do some more of what we just finished on the other one. All right, then we're going to come in with the green. That is for sure. If you're not messy by the end of the day, you didn't have as much fun as you thought you did. Hindi, you and I have to get together sometime and really stamp together because you sound like you'd be a lot of fun. All right. Now I did that one a little weird. But as long as we can cover up most of it, it'll be good. So I kind of wanted this to seem like you were out wherever penguins are at night. And I think that they have the skies that look like this. All right. I don't like that up there, but it's going to be okay. So now I'm going to close all these and hopefully my box will be able to fit under the camera because otherwise you should see my computer. It's got little white dots everywhere. There we go. So I'm going to put in my bookmark cover. The other one that's for the front, this is supposed to help keep things clean. I'm going to slide it away just for a minute so you can see what I'm going to do. All right, so I have a block and I'm going to put craft white ink on it. Okay. Then I have one of our, well, I did have it right here. Oh, it's right here. Ha! I'm going to get my brush a little bit wet. I tapped it off on a paper towel because I'm going to get a little bit more water, not a lot. I want it to be somewhat thick, but not so thick that it comes down in big splatters. So once you have this, you're going to tap. Whoops, didn't mean to tap my camera. And I don't know if you can see, but it's making little stars. Now, of course, I shouldn't have gotten it too wet because when you get it too wet, then you get splatters. But this is the night sky. There's all kinds of stuff up there, right? All right, I'm trying to. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm going to clean off my brush and then wipe it off on my paper towel here. All right, so let's move these out. And I didn't get them too big, so it should dry faster. So while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple other things. So we're going to move these guys over or up just a little inside. And I looked before I came on. I can't find the die that this is on, but I know it's on my PDFs that I'm going to be sending out. So if you are signed up for my newsletters, then you should know which die this came out of. But it's really cool because it looks like it's torn. All right, so I'm going to say, let's get together. And that is from, because I didn't, this one didn't, the one that comes with this set didn't have any good ones for this sentiment, for a night sky like this. So I'm doing Let's Get Together, which is a very nice script, and it's from the Let's Go Shopping. And I plan on doing that next week, doing some cards with Let's Go Shopping. Really excited. Being in California, I kept thinking, oh, I want to be home stamping. But then once we got back, I was wishing I was back with my grandkids. So you know how that goes. All right, so putting this on, little crooked. I'm going to clean it so that I can get a different color. All right, so we got that there. And then I'm going to come in with the Highland Heather. And I might have to stand up for this so that I can see what I'm doing. Line it up so it's perfectly with what you've already stamped. Perfect. And then go over just a hair or two. And then you get a nice little shadow. It's really cute. All right, so we're going to put that up there. Close my pad. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back. Normally I would put 5 on here. You can never have too many, right? All right, so I'm going to put that aside. For the inside piece, we've got another white. These are still drying. So we're going to just do what we have to do for the inside. All right, so with this set that I have, like with the penguins, it's Bring on the Cuddles. So cute. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that with Night of Navy and hopefully not get it on the edges here, which I did. That's why I like, and I'm hoping that it's straight on my block. I try to do that. Yay! It's okay. And then I'm going to bring in a piece of DSP, if I can find it. It's got to be right here. I saw it when I opened the box or opened this. So let's put these up. There it is. Oh, come on. Now this is from the DSP that has like in the stars and stuff. It's listed on my thing. I don't remember the exact name, but I'm assuming if you found a light color of this, you could make your own night sky and not have to worry so much. Wow, my fingers are dirty. And I'm just going to put that at the bottom. So I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. If you haven't already, please hit the like button so that I know you like what you're here for, and subscribe. Also, there is a sale going on at Stampin' Up right now that if you spend $50, you get a coupon to spend next month for $5. So you're getting a discount. Whoop, this is, I'm going to grab me another one because that I just put together and it came apart. All right, so we're going to put this on here. And then we're going to put that on the inside. Jack did not, thank you, stargazing. Jack did not like hearing the fireworks go off. He doesn't mind thunder and lightning. That's never bothered him. But for some odd reason, hearing the fireworks right outside our door just totally threw him off. So I am going to use our old crocodile. There we go. And poke a hole here at the top with the smaller one. I know we don't carry it anymore, but I still love it. Okay, we got that. I'm going to come in with some ribbon, and this is the black and white gingham. And I'm going to just put it through here. And on my last one, I wrapped some linen thread around it and tied it. This time I think I'm just going to tie a knot on here. We'll see how that goes. It was hard. I wish I'd had a third hand for the for the linen thread. It would have been nicer. All right, just a quick knot. Okay, so let's bring this in. I am going to heat set it just a little to make sure it's dry because I don't want it to look bad. I think that's pretty close to being done. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Whoop, just fell on the floor. We're going to go ahead and take this off. And now the mama, and because it was on white, isn't that cool? That it looks like her belly. Now you could color this in with a black marker or a blend, but I think I'm going to leave it just like this. Dottie, I know, I don't understand why people want, I'm going to put this on here, to have it in a neighborhood where they know there's dogs. It just upsets them. All right. Now I know that this, I put some adhesive at the bottom. I probably shouldn't have. I'm going to offset this just a little, and then I'm going to trim the bottom. I just want it to be where it kind of has that prettier top. And see, I smudged it anyway. All right, so we're just going to trim this off. I made it a little bit bigger because I wanted to be able to trim it off so that we could place it where we wanted. Okay, isn't that cute so far? But we are not done. So what we're going to do is come in with another saying that says, wish you were here, with Versamark, and we're going to emboss it with white. Yeah, they even like keep doing fireworks way past when the 4th of July is, so I don't understand that. All right, so I just did the embossing buddy. You definitely want to do that, especially if you're using white or black, because those two like to kind of float around and stick to other things. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pour it on the top here because I don't want any getting on what I have below. And I don't wipe it off with all the embossing powder until after I heat set it. Sorry, I had to get my tool off the floor. All right. Okay. And once this is cool, then you just wipe this off on your pants, or you can bring in a paper towel if you want. I'm just going to make sure it's cool, and then I'm going to do it. See, isn't that pretty? Love that. Okay. So this would just fold up and be on the inside of your card. Then we're going to have this put on our other Highland Heather. And that is wet. So just have to be careful. All right, so we're going to put our sentiment on. All right, so I'm going to put it, there's 2 watermarks there I kind of want to hide. All right, and then that's going to go on the front. And hopefully I cannot smear. We'll see. I did. You will be taking your time. Let me get this off of the front or my table so you wouldn't have to wait. You could just do it right after they're dry. Make more stuff. Okay. Then, because it's not done unless it has bling, I'm using one that I've used in the past. It's the iridescent rhinestones. I just think they look like stars. Trying to find my take your pick tool that has my pokey on it. It's not there. So I'm gonna use, this is the other piece that I bought. That's the hobby blade. Really nice. All right, so I'm gonna do the smalls. Just be careful not to cut myself. And I'm gonna put 5 around because they're so pretty. Let's do one here. There's 3, 4. I love this. And I didn't want to have the front get distracted with other things. That's why I went ahead and just used this. Whoops, sorry. Just used this. All right, and then of course you saw the inside. So I hope you like this. We'll move on to card number 2. Needs bling every time, huh? All right, so number 2, it's right here. Make sure I get everything out of the envelope. This is Misty Moonlight. And when you go out on my blog and you get the PDF, you'll see where to score all of these. And this is going to be the inside. This is the front. But we're going to go ahead and just fold on all the score lines. And go over it with your bone folder. All right. So they're all going to be going the same way. So that kind of helps. We're going to go ahead and put this DSP, which goes with the, I'm sure Pat will have the name of it, but it goes with the pots. I can't remember right now. Isn't that funny? I get in front of the camera, my mind just goes blank. All right, so we're going to put that on. Then we're going to get some tear and tape. And when you go to put it on, you're going to lay this down and put it on the top. I know it seems wrong to have it on the top side. Okay. take that off. This is why we put this on first, because this is going to be put down. So you're going to fold the 1/4 inch one and this one, and then just lay it flat so that it goes on there. And then when it just stands up, see, isn't that cool? Love it. All right, then the next piece. Oh, watch me not have it. Oh, I have it. Hold on. I remember. I don't have it. I'll have to cut it real quick. Hold on. Okay. And that is 3 by 5. So I will cut it at 5 like normal. And then 3. Whoops. All right, and then we're going to have to score this. So I guess I needed that still. So you're going to score it. I'm going to measure my other one because I'm afraid I'm going to forget and do the wrong one or wrong way. Okay. 3 1/2. All right, I got this. 3 1/2. Make sure your score blade is at the top. This is how I always make sure, is that the first one I reach for is my scoring tool. Whoops, sorry, is my scoring tool. So you definitely want to make sure that that's the first one, because if you cut it, it's too late. If you score it, you can still cut it. So 3 1/2. That seems wrong. Oh yeah, nope, that's right. 3 1/2 and 4 1/2. Goodness. So you'll score along those in the same way you did before. And you'll put the tear and tape on top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Nope. Forgot one thing. I have to put this on, otherwise that won't look pretty. All right, now I can put it on because now it doesn't matter. And what you're going to, whoops, you're going to fold it back like we did before. So you center this between this part of the DSP and this part of the DSP, and up and down. So you're just going to make sure it's somewhat in the middle, eyeballing it, because it can never be perfect. All right, so now this part's connected. We just have to do 2 strips here and make sure everything's flat, and then push it on. Now we have it to where it stands up, and it can flat this way or this way, either way. All right, so we're going to put that aside. We're going to come in with a circle that I die cut from the Stylish Shapes, and we're going to do the sloth. I'm serious, you guys. You guys got to go read the story because it is pretty funny. Kind of shows you where my sense of humor came from. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this as close to the top as I can. Aren't they cute? All right, then we're going to color using crumb cake for their faces. And copper clay I told you this is my new favorite. The problem is it's an in color, which means it's not going to stick around. 2 years. I have it for 2 years. I got to enjoy it. Let's get where he's shadowed with the dark. So when I went to Disney in January, there was a guy in front of us that had just paid big time bucks. I can't remember how much he said to hold a sloth. And I was so jealous. People can go and pet them or whatever. That one can be the one that saves the rest of them, I guess. So I know it's not the best life for the one that gets pet, but they're so cute. All right. I love this color because it's kind of light and bright. And I forgot that I need with the crumb cake is to color in the trunks of the tree branches. All right, and then the rest gets done with Old Olive. And the reason I chose Old Olive is because it's what I used earlier, and I didn't want to keep getting out all these different colors. My blog post has so many listed for colors and stuff. It makes it sound like it's really hard, but it's not. Most of this is old, and I'm hoping you have it. All right, and then I didn't do this on my first one, but I think I'm going to do it, is just come in and just get this so that it looks like it's still, I think that adds. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back again. And come in here, lay this flat. I'm going to put right in the middle where my ribbon's going to go. And then I'm going to cut off some ribbon. Where did I? There it is. And then I'm going to cut it in half because I don't want it this thick. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's kind of, I think I'm looking at it as being, because these are wild animals, that this is a wild card, and the more rustic, the better. You guys might not believe or agree with me, but that's my reasoning. All right, so I'm just going to do 2, let's see, and it doesn't matter. I'm just going to add them so that it looks, maybe I'll do it like, it's better to have an odd number. So we're going to do this and then one more. And now we'll take these off and hopefully it'll hold it all down. So cute. Oh, I like that. Okay. Oh, you know what I was supposed to do? Miss Pat, you didn't tell me. It's not too late though. I'm going to take this off. I forgot to put this on. She's like, I haven't made this card. What do you mean I'm supposed to tell you? She is my helper at all times. So anything that ever goes wrong, I always say, oh, Pat did it, as a joke. Because you guys know I would never make her feel bad. All right, let's try this again. But I did like how it looked with the 3. So we'll do that again. hopefully it's going to be okay. Well, this one didn't even come out enough. There we go. And I put it on dimensional so it'd have room for that. But that is so cute. I love this card. So it stands up like this. But where do you write? I have another piece that I'm just going to do the back for, because we have to write something, even though I'd prefer not to write too much. All right, we're just going to put these leaves along the top. I will come in and color them later, but I don't want to take too much time since we're already running pretty behind on 2 cards. All right, we have that, which I don't think looks bad, even if you don't color them in. And then I want it to say, I'm always here for you. And that is from this set too. So let me make sure it's clean. Yes, it is. And we're going to use copper clay. And I'm hoping that I put it on the block straight. And we're going to do that. Okay. So if you look at my one on my video, you know, on the front of the video, it is crooked, and I used a different thing to put it on here because when I went to stamp it, it was like not just a little crooked, it was a lot crooked. Okay, so that's gonna go onto the back. You could always add, if you're like me and you don't like to write too much, put these all the way around, and then you'll only have enough room for your name. Oh, thanks, Mary. I love that. Okay, so what do you guys think? Isn't that cute? Now, of course, we need some bling. And I just got these. And these are the Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems. They come in gold, black, I think it's clear or silver. And they are stunning in person. I don't think you can get how good they look here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some gold off. And we're going to put those, I'm going to put it here and there. Just adds when you add the bling. All right, so when somebody gets this, I will, if you want me to color this in, just let me know, or I can give you the one that I've already colored in. All right, now for the last card. And this is the easiest out of them all. I'm using pumpkin pie as my base. Move all these so that I don't get them messed up. All right, then there's these dies that are on the online store that are called, let me show you, Radiating Stitches. And this one looks like this. And what's cool is that it doesn't cut out the inside, but if you use this one, that cuts it. So each one will cut out the next one. But if not, you just have it like this and they layer. So pretty. All right. Those are in the online store. So you definitely have to go online to get that. And it's called Online Exclusives. All right, so we are using the Giraffe. Now here's a quick tip for those of you that don't know this. I'm sorry, Hindi is not clear. Is it clear for everybody or just not for you? I just want to make sure. All right, so let me tell you while you're answering that. This got colored accidentally because she didn't know, brand new, used blends to color. It won't come off. And if you use it on the photopolymer, it will eat away at your photopolymer. So it won't work for one, but if you ever do it, get it cleaned off immediately. All right, so we're gonna bring in the black memento and we're gonna just ink it up. And it's really best if you do it upside down because then you can see where you're going. And then we're going to go ahead and have them both kind of being right next to where the dies came through. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. I wasn't sure. Now, oh, I thought I did something. All right, so on my original, I used pumpkin pie ink, and everyone thought that it was not the right color. So I'm going to try something different, and then I'll show you both, and then you can decide or tell me which one you think looks better. So I'm just going to use copper clay light, and I'm going to color the whole thing. We looked it up online and everything, trying to figure out what the proper color was, but I don't think we have the proper color and blend. So I am going to concoct one. I'm hoping. I tried it on a scrap and it looked good, so we'll see. I know she's dark, huh? And I don't know. This is a trial, so if it doesn't come out, then we know. Because of course I didn't try it before. Very dark. All right, now I'm going to come in with the, what was it? Now my brain just went dead. Oh, with the pumpkin pie. And I always use dark because that's more true to pumpkin pie color. But this kind of gives it a better orangey, but not in your face orangey. So you guys will have to tell me. So while in Minnesota, we got to hand feed Giraffe. That's why I love them. Well, not why. I loved them before that, but that didn't hurt. Yep, this is kind of dark. Let me show you my original so that you can see what you think. If I can find it. Oh, right here. All right. So this is the original. I used dark here and then the light in the background and then this one. So I'm not sure. You like the copper clay, Pat? Because you saw them both, but this is pretty dark. So I'm not sure. Maybe I should have done the light pumpkin pie. All right, so I'm going to bring this in and the marker, and we're going to splatter a little bit. Let me move this. There we go. We're going to splatter on here. Now, the original wasn't supposed to be splattered, but I had a smudge of ink. So I'm like, oh, what can I do to fix that? I know, I'll splatter, and then it'll look like I meant to do it. So you stick the brush end into the tip of the marker, and you just kind of flick it down. Just kind of a really cool technique. All right, so we have that. We are going to go ahead and bring this in with the ribbon that we used before. And I'm going to cut off a little bit. Kind of put it where I want it, turn it over so I can see where to put my tape. Do one side and then flip it so that you know it's going to be straight. You can get your finger off. There we go. All right, now we're going to place this onto the front, and I want to go back over the ribbon so it'll hold. Make sure it's on the right side. How many of you have done a card, have it come out perfect, and then find out you put it on the wrong side of the front and it was upside down? Whoop. Just trying to get this right. There we go. I try to remember not to let it happen, but you never know. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. It's what happens when you practice on the real thing. All right, and I'm going to put one in the middle. So I had a great time in California. My grandson did awesome when he came here. There was only one time that he was not listening. He told me no when I told him to hang up a towel, and I was cool as a cucumber, people. I told him, oh, okay, well, you don't have to. We don't have to go swimming anymore this week. It's all good. So up to you, whatever you want to do. And then not like a minute later, he decides, oh, yeah, I guess I will clean it. I will hang it up so it'll dry. Just kind of funny. That was my big worry, is that I wasn't going to be a fun Mimi. I was so worried that I would be a grump. I do like it when kids listen to me. All right, so now we're going to do the inside, and we have white, and then I did the same background as what I have on the front. All right, and we're going to say, I believe in you, not on that, on here. And we're going to do it in the copper clay. See if I got it on there straight. It's a little crooked, but not too bad. All right, so now I was trying to come up with a way to be able to put something on the inside, but when you look at this stamp, I couldn't just do her coming in because her nose is behind his head. So I figured I would just color the baby and put him at the bottom. And I'm just looking for my cleaner. Oh, there it is. Okay. You definitely have to have it be clean and dry before doing this. Because if it's not dry, then you're going to have a shadow of the mom. So I'm just going to make sure it's dry with my hands. All right. Now we're going to come in with the copper clay marker, brush end, and just color in just the baby. Just the baby. And it always helps to huff on it a little bit before you stamp when doing a marker. Now let's hope that she was not still wet. Oh, perfect. All right, so that's going to go on here. I would love it if you guys would share my videos online, because that gets me more people, and I would love to be your demonstrator if you ever need anything. All right. Wow. I think I'm going to have to redo that one because I think that's just too dark. Unless you guys like it and that's the one you choose. All right. So what did you think? We have 3 beautiful cards. Whoops. let me show you the difference between this one, whoops, right there where it's got the green up there, and this one that's just the leaves. I really like it with that. All right, so let's leave this here, and then we have the other one. And this is my original. I put the other one aside. Okay, which way do we go? This way. It'd be helpful if I knew where my camera things are. Okay, so Miss Pat, you need to do a drawing, and then they can say whether they want this one, if that's the one they want, or the one that's original. This one. This one. Can't see it at all, but we're gonna just see if we can slide it. I got paper towels on that side, so not so much. All right. Hope you guys like this. It's not straight either. There. All right, so Mary, Hindi, and Joy, yay! So you guys got to let me know what you like, which one, and I will either give it to you in person if you're having a class soon, or I will give it to you, mail it to you. Valerie, if you're here, you have 2 on the way to your house. So, okay. So you guys let me know what it is that you like, and we will go from there. And I will hopefully have you come back next week where I will be doing a video, but I'll be recording it ahead of time. So you can see, come and maybe if you leave a note on that, I will send out a card for that too. I've done that in the past. So, all right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope to see you again next week.